Episode 250. Lu Mu sat there drinking his beverage, and soon his mana was nearly topped off. He had just run past, and the few people there had completely ignored him. Now, as his mana was nearly fully restored, another Blade Master suddenly dashed by. This guy was running while spinning around, his view unable to locate Lord Grimm, and he stood there blankly for a moment. He must have sent a message, then immediately found his bearing. He charged forward, sword in hand. The Blade Master was wielding a greatsword, a heavy weapon with devastating physical attack power. Though their attack speed was slower, many Blade Masters still favored them. Huang Xiaoshen, the number 1 Blade Master, naturally had extensive knowledge of all weapon types. The moment he saw the greatsword in the man's hand, he sprang to his feet. He shouted at the figure, but the man ignored him and kept on running.
Ha! I told you to wait! Can't you hear me? Where are your manners? Even if you don't have voice chat on, I still can't forgive that. Can you even play Glory without voice chat? Can you?
Huang Xiaoshen yelled as he gave chase, his sword swinging. But the Blade Master seemed determined to ignore him. He kept running without a backward glance.
Oh, is that a Raider's sword in your hand? A level 25 arch weapon, not bad! But that means your load is heavier than mine. And I'll have you know, aside from a few potions, I've got nothing on me. Listen up, I mean absolutely nothing. Do you know what that means? That means even if you stripped all your gear and ran naked, I'd still catch you. Your running is utterly pointless. See, in just these few words, the distance has already closed a fair bit. What's the point of running now? Hold up, let's talk, brother. How about swapping that weapon for something better? A level 30 lightsaber, blue quality, attack speed 10. Try it once and you'll fall in love, guaranteed to feel smoother and more satisfying than that greatsword of yours.
What the hell? You only level 20, where'd you get a level 30 lightsaber from?
The Blade Master couldn't help but chime in.
Excellent! Your observational skills are so moving I could almost cry. So you do remember a level 20. Then why are you running? Come back and settle this!
I don't have time.
With that, the Greatsword Master didn't linger. You don't have a choice. As Huang Xiaoshen spoke, he unleashed Triple Slash, sending 3 flashes of sword light forward, this time using it as a movement skill. But the Greatsword Master wasn't weak either, immediately following up with his own Triple Slash to close the gap. Aha! Amidst Huang Xiaoshen's roaring laughter, his 3rd slash struck the Greatsword, wielder squarely in the back.
You're not paying attention to the details. Bro, with that weight and attack speed, you think you can dodge just by using Triple Slash tool. It's useless, his blue tier lightsword has a 210 attack speed. Now you see how good it is.
Huang Xiaoshen kept up his chatter while his hands flew across the controls. The fact that this Greatsword Blade Master had an orange weapon showed he was a key talent being groomed by his guild. He was stronger than the Blade Master Huang Xiaoshen had just taken down. But he was still just a regular player, like an ant. Whether it's strong or weak makes no difference to an elephant. The Blade Master's skill was a notch higher, but he was simply not in the same league as Huang Xiaoshen. And right from the start, Huang Xiaoshen landed a back attack, leaving him unable to even turn his view in time. A series of attacks kept him launched, followed by 4 backstrikes. With no backup in sight, the Greatsword Blade Master knew he was done for. What really grated on him was that he was about to die, and he couldn't even get a word in edgewise to curse the guy. This bastard just kept hacking away, all while running his mouth nonstop. It was downright infuriating. Most people caught up in the fight wouldn't connect such a chatterbox, Blade Master, to Huang Xiaoshen. The Huang Xiaoshen ordinary players knew was from match broadcasts or recordings. Their idol. Especially for Blade Master players, he was their idol. From a spectator's perspective, they'd find Huang Xiaoshen's endless stream of trash talk absolutely brilliant, especially when it flusters his opponent, turning them red-faced and furious. Every single supporter burst out laughing, but now, experiencing this onslaught firsthand, all he felt was pure, unadulterated annoyance. Experiencing it firsthand, this Huang Xiaoshen felt nothing like the one in his imagination. The Blade Master, reeling from the double assault, was quickly overwhelmed. Threads of sword light coiled around him, his life force steadily draining away. The relentless rate of his life draining away was proof enough of the opponent's unbroken assault. But the Blade Master had no mind to care about that now. Why wasn't he dead yet? The Blade Master even had this thought cross his mind. Nah. He got his wish. His life finally slipped away, and his opponent's attack ceased instantly. The Greatsword Blade Master let out a long sigh. The torment was finally over. The scene instantly turned gray and distant, no longer a first-person view from the character. Once you're dead, what perspective is there? It was more like a soul after death, drifting from the corpse, staring blankly as its own body plummeted from mid-air. On his character's grayed-out screen, the Greatsword swordsman roared in fury. Damn it! But it was too late. His character was already dead, his voice chat cut off. He watched in shock as his avatar plummeted, the Greatsword slipping from its grasp and falling away.
Wow, what incredible luck! You can just kill some random guy and get an orange weapon to drop up. It really is different when you haven't played an MMO in ages. It's not easy to build up this kind of karma.
Huang Xiaoxin kept up a steady stream of chatter.
Hey, just borrowing this, I'll give it back when I'm done.
Huang Xiaoxin had Lu Mu go pick up the level 25 orange weapon, the assault sword, as a text bubble popped up over his head. He knew the other couldn't hear him, but the text bubble was visible. The corpse was still here, right? Not resurrected and sent back to town yet. While there's no official data on the exact drop rate when a player dies, in the regular zones, it's certainly not high. But at least one thing's for sure, unlike BOAS drops, player death loot doesn't have different odds based on an item's quality. When a player dies, every single item on them has an equal chance to drop. Even so, Huang Xiaoxin wanted to loot a weapon, and he actually got one. That's absolutely a rare stroke of luck, probably on par with scoring an orange weapon from a bus drop. The Greatsword Blade Master had also seen the text bubble Huang Xiaoxin had just sent. But how could you believe something like that, in his view? This was still just the other side's taunt. He revived, spitting out virtual blood, and broke the bad news to the other guys in the guild. As for getting the sword to drop again, the abysmal drop rates in the regular server made it impossible to hold out any real hope. This was one of the main reasons the Blade Master was so utterly frustrated. Just how unlucky can one guy be to drop a level 25 orange Great Assault Sword in one go? The players hunting Lord Grimm hadn't planned to bother Huang Xiaoxin's alt, Lu Mu, but this guy was way too arrogant. He didn't wait to be provoked, he took the initiative, killing two of them right off the bat. He even looted one of their orange weapons. While many in the group secretly relished the news, they all agreed they could no longer ignore this guy.
Hey, I got it!
Huang Xiaoxin was calling out to Ye Xiu.
What did you get? A level 25 orange grade weapon, the assault sword. Check this out, man. Pretty good luck, right?
Not bad, not bad. Keep it up.
有漏血.
641-866.
Ye Xiu called out the coordinates. In Glory, coordinates actually refer to a regional value, covering a distance of many character positions both horizontally and vertically.
How many did you take down? 2.
Same here, let's settle this.
You lose!
Why?
Huang Xiaoxin was quick to protest.
You're out of potions.
Ye Xiu's reply, however, was utterly unruffled. Huang Xiaoxin was speechless. It was a rare thing indeed that could leave him at a loss for words. Only such a blunt, undeniable fact could truly shut him up. Indeed, under the current circumstances, Lu Mu's inventory held only some food and potions Ye Xiu had given him as aid. For a long-term, drawn-out killing spree like this, supplies would clearly run dry.
I'll keep killing until I run out of potions.
Huang Xiaoxin, at least, had a plan. He sent the reply and immediately charged toward the coordinates Ye Xiu had given. 2 top-tier gods from the pro scene, 2 men standing at the very pinnacle of glory, were now hunting down a group of ordinary players, bullying the weak, preying on the defenseless. Those words don't even begin to describe the carnage. The gap between a pro and a regular player is a chasm. This is especially true in PK. Compared to dungeon running ability, the gap in PvP is even more vast. From operational skill and combat experience to mental fortitude, and even the use of terrain, it's all the same.